study because I already knew like he wasn't really my type. So I already knew that it's not going to go anywhere. He took me on a sushi date. Of course, I enjoyed it. I love sushi. And on the day he's talking to me, he's telling me, I'm like, oh, do you have any woman? He's like, yeah, I have a girl. She's long distance. We're not that serious. I'm not really looking for anything serious with her because she's not really my type. So I'm like, oh, interesting. I'm listening to him. So I'm like, oh, interesting. I'm asking him more about himself. He's telling me he's into development, building buildings, development. I'm like, okay, that sounds good. So he starts asking me about myself. I try to keep it really short. As I answer, I divert the questions back to him to let him talk more so he can feel comfortable talking. I noticed his phones kept ringing and he kept going to the bathroom and saying it's a business call. I didn't really mind because I'm like, you know what? I'm having sushi. I don't even care what you're doing. I'm here having a good time for myself. Now, we were talking a little bit, and a week passed, we're still talking. He's knowing more about me. He's interested. He loves my drive. He loves my ambition and everything, and that's good. He sees that I have a drive, but not from a masculine standpoint, from a standpoint of, oh, she's a busy woman. She has things she got going on. She's not going to just be available all the time. The second week, I was like, okay, this is the time I need to build him. I need to build him now. I don't want to keep being pen pals. We're not pen pals. So I asked him for something very minor. This is the tiny thing that I asked him for. Just to test to see if he was willing to, jump the gun. Don't be pen pals with these men. They know what they want from you. They know what they want. All right. So I'm like, my laptop charger is bad. And he's like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I think I need to buy a new one because it has a shortage in it. I'm not sure what's wrong. It has a shortage. He didn't offer anything. So I was like, oh, do you mind getting me a charger? This man didn't open the message to the next day and said, oh, I'm sorry. I was so busy. I'm so sorry. Do you still need the MacBook charger? And I was like, you know what? No, I'm okay. I sorted it out myself. So once I started seeing that he really wasn't even trying to do much for me, because you know what it is that guys will use like a first date to woo you, take you to a nice place and say, all right, you know what? After this now, since I took her on that first date, it's about time for her to lay in my bed. That's what I'm telling you. This is what these guys be doing. So he thought that he was going to checkmate me, but he didn't know that the only girls that get played is the girls that don't know how to play the game. And I'm the girl that knows how to play the game. So you know what I did? I literally just stopped entertaining him. Like, he'll be write me and say, hey, what's up? I'll be like, hey, everything is one word answers. And he'd be like, why are you not talking? I'm just like, there's nothing really to talk about because we've talked about everything. If you know my laptop is my bread and butter and I'm telling you something simple as my laptop charger is broken and you can't even say, oh, let me buy you another one or let me send something for you, then what are we talking about? I'm not a pen pal. Can you believe that was the best decision I made? Because you know what it is too about us women is when we start entertaining that pen pal type of relationship, we start becoming emotionally invested because now we're used to seeing their good morning text messages and it'd be a whole bunch of BS later on. To prevent that, don't even be a pen pal at all. So he'll watch my stories, everything. Can you believe a week or two later on WhatsApp?
She talked too much.
I was about to.
I'd have walked. The
beginning was a drag. She could have got more to the point.
Her voice. If I was really on a date with her, I would make up business calls just to take a break. Like, yo, all right, hold on. I'll be right back.
So I don't agree with the test that she did. One, she keeps talking about pen pals. Don't be pen pals with these niggas. And I'm like, if it's not pen pals you want to be, isn't it quality time, a date, more dates, more in-person, face-to-face connection that you want? Why are you testing him, seeing if he gonna buy your charger?
A charger.
And if it is your bread and butter, bitch, why are you asking somebody else to get it if you really need it?
Get your own fucking
and my thing is like,
stupid ass broad.
It's a charger. And I mean, as a man, if you asking me for a charger, I honestly, that's like 17 red flags.
Right.
If you ask me for something small, I'm gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be a needy person.
Right.
Because you can ask me for something small this early, you're gonna have no regard in asking me for anything, small, medium, or big, for the longevity or however long that we're talking. So maybe and then I also thought maybe he was testing you. Maybe he was like, all right, I'm not gonna buy it right now. Let me sit down. Let me see how she responds. Let me see how she responds when she's told no, which is way more important than how you respond when you're told yes. And he actually didn't even tell her no. He basically said, wait. Right? So the next day he said, yeah, I'll buy you the charger. My fault. Da-da-da. Do you still need me to get it? And she said, no, I got it, basically, right? Now,
leave me the fuck alone.
if she didn't get that charger, I would honestly, if I was him, if she didn't get that charger, I'd be like, yeah, this is never gonna go anywhere.
He should have cussed her ass out. Listen, don't be bothering me with that small shit. Get your own damn charger. That should have been it. Keep it pushing.
Yeah, because
Right.
you waiting for me now.
Do get the charger. I'm like, you didn't really need me to begin with. You was just testing me. You feel what I'm saying? So like, honestly, she failed the test. It didn't even matter.
Unqualified people are making requests for things that they are not qualified for. Sorry, needed that to be on the mic.
And it's a fact because the thing is, I mean, even if she was qualified, she was dismissed by asking for a charger right after a sushi date. You know what I'm saying? And clearly, like, you're kind of seeing that this dude is low key busy, right? If he's out on a date with you and he has to keep on stepping out and taking a business call, now he could have been lying, but let's just say he's not, right?
I was about to say, I thought that was a lie, but okay.
Yeah, it most likely was a lie, but
That's really what the date was about. Bitch, I'm about to go take somebody else out.
yeah, exactly. You know, but I just think that it's like, yo, stop asking for something so early.
Right. Oh,
Like, it's actually a turnoff now because, like, if I'm a man and you ask me for anything early, like, I'm talking about we went on one date, now you ask me to buy you your charger. We went on one date, now you ask me to pay
This is 8 at the table. This outfit is kind of Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get back into the video with the thumbs up button. This is 8 at the table.
for your nails. We went on one date, and now you ask me for hair money. Right. And it's like, this is not going to work. Now, I could understand if we've been dating for a month or two.
I'm going to start telling women that, too. When they ask me for something and I know they're trying to play me, I'm like, listen, I ain't even had my dick inside you yet. Why should I give you anything? Let me do that first, and then I'll see.
Like, you know, we seen each other frequently twice a week, and now you want to start to try to say, hey, listen, you know, these are different things that I expect my man to do. That's different, but I don't even know you.
Right.
like, when are we going to get to the point that this man does not know you? For you to understand that he's not obligated to buy you anything.
That's why she spoke so much at the beginning, because she was trying to
build a rapport.
Yeah, she was trying to build up that. Okay, yeah, and we were talking, and I let him talk, and I let him get to know me, and I got to know him. So now we here. But no, we're not here. And there was no correlation to the pen pal, and like that is just throwing me because he already took you on a date. He's already paying for something, so it's not like he's incapable of paying for something. Yeah. Why are you testing that man?
Right.
For what?
Food, bitch.
But that's the thing, though. And you know what's crazy? It's like, don't ask me to buy you anything if I don't even know your middle name. Right? Don't ask me to buy you anything and I have not met your parents. Right. Like, I don't know who you are. I don't care how much you tell me. Right? I don't know where you come from. I don't know how your mother is. I don't know how your father is. I don't know how your family is. I have no idea of the true person that you are, but you feel comfortable or obligated enough to test me and send me an invoice realistically for a charger, for a text message, and all these different types of crazy ass requests. I mean, that's wild to me. I mean, the thing is, like, if just like how girls be like, oh, a man gonna know what he want, blah 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 blah. He gonna marry you in 4 months because a man knows what he wants. All right, well, girl gonna fuck you in 4 hours if she wants what she wants.
Right.
So if I know that you making me run through loopholes and all these different types of things, it's not the fact that you have this respect for yourself and these boundaries. It's just the fact that you don't like me that much yet. Maybe you feel like you don't know me that well yet. The desire is not there because girls that really, really like you, they could have 0 one-night stands in 35 years of their life. They meet that one dude who they building with, they got that chemistry with. It's a great night. It's a great evening. The vibes is right. She fucking him. 6 hours.
But then she a hoe.
She might be a hoe. She a hoe for him.
Right.
I don't think every girl is a hoe for everybody. Like I that's why I try to tell.
Not for everybody, but because of her actions, a guy will call her a hoe for that.
Again, it depends. Remember, I sat right here and I said, I ain't gonna lie.
She said,
I'ma think I'm special.
You did say that.
I know I have the ability that most don't. So I'm like, you know, if she runs across, 1,000 Ricos, she's gonna have 1,000 bodies. But there's not 1,000 Ricos that she's gonna run across in a lifetime. So, the odds are pretty much in my favor. I ain't gonna lie. Like back in the day, I would get mad if I knew a loser hit the same girl as me. I'm like, damn, she got no respect for herself. Like, and that's how I would feel if like there's another dude, you know what I'm saying, and he's of my caliber or maybe even higher. I'm like, all right, that's cool. The math is mathing. She's on
What if
pace.
she just upgraded?
No. I'm talking about. Well, first of all, any girl that had a bunch of lames, I'm not going to be her superhero. She's not going to add me on that list. But if I'm talking about like she hit, like me and her did it, and then after that, I found that she had Ray, she had Joey, Lil Joey. Like any girl, fuck it, anybody with the name Lil is a problem with me. the security in the front, like what? And he overweight. No offense to, like I'm like, come on,
They
man.
do be
You don't have no like, you know.
wholesome.
Do you have a type?
No, I don't. None of my exes, nobody I used to talk to, none of them look alike.
But do they have like the same build? Like, are some of them tall, short, or some of them fat, some of them stocky, some of them skinny?
No, none fat.
So you do have certain.
None fat.
I actually have I had a fat nigga try to talk to me? I don't think so.
No, try not try to talk to you. Someone that you talk to, yeah.
No.
What's
No, actually, when I was in high school, there was this guy. I had a crush on him, but that was because he was really funny. He made me laugh all the time.
That's why I tell dudes don't tell jokes to my girls. I don't like that. Don't be funny with my. Ain't nothing funny.
We had
Fuck is you laughing for? Yeah.
We had gym together, and I would just be laughing, and the girls used to be like,
Yo, they sleepwalking into the pussy. Like you're like what?
Mm-hmm. If you make a woman laugh, man, that's a somewhat game to be able to make a. If you don't know how to work like the smooth mouthpiece, like all game ain't just one way to spit game at a chick. You could be very funny when you talk, and that is game. And that can, I've had that happen to me before. I realized that was my game when I got older. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I do got game. My game is comedy. I'm funny. And just, you could be funny without being goofy. A lot of times I would be goofy with my funny, and that would turn bitches off. They'd be like, oh, he goofy. But you could be funny and smooth with it and say something funny and not have to be goofy, and that's game. She be, oh, he funny. Ah, you funny. Oh my God, you so funny. That could be funny. That could be used as a way, and then that could be, like, ooh, wow, she like, damn, you making me laugh so much, my drawers getting wet, because that's game. That's what you're using what you have to. I had it's funny. I was with this. I saw this. I was driving this young guy the other day, right? And he was going on a date, and he was real funny. He was from Texas, real funny guy, and young guy. He's about 21 years old, but he just had a very funny demeanor, like personality about himself. And he was a big fat guy, big fat young kid. He was like 21 years old. And he was going on a date with this girl he had been talking to. So I'm thinking that when I pulled up, and he was like, yeah, man, I got this girl, man. She's really cool. Like, me and her started dating. She's my girlfriend, and she got money and stuff. And, she always paying for stuff. And, I'm always making her laugh. So I'm thinking I'm pulling up to the place to pick up the girl, right? And I'm thinking that the girl going to be fat like him, like some fat, nerdy girl, like, you know what I'm saying, like him. Out of shape, because he was, he was a plump dude. So I'm thinking that was, and I was dropping him off, and she was outside waiting for him. And the place I dropped him, like they was leaving, going to the Staples Center. The girl had a condo right down the street from the Staples Center, so her rent probably about $3,500 for a 1-bedroom. So she got paper. She bought the tickets for the game they was going to, from what he was telling me. I get there, and the girl she is cute. She's not even fat. I'm like, how the hell you got that? I'm thinking to myself, how did he get that? Him being a fat boy, and she buying the tickets for you. She paid for his Uber she even paid for his Uber there. And I'm thinking I'm gonna see this little fat because she was outside waiting for him. I'm thinking I'm gonna see this little fat, nerdy girl. She was a cute. I said, what? But I realized, I said, you know what? Talking to the kid in the car when I was driving him over there, he was real funny. He had a very charismatic personality about himself where even though he was fat and he could dress a little bit too. He was a big round dude, but he could dress a little bit. And plus he had, I can tell he had a gift for gab. And that's how he was able to get that girl. I was like, that's why. Because he, talking to him, I can see, he's a likable dude. He's a likable young guy. You think he was like maybe 20, 21. I think he was going to college. But yeah, I thought that was it. Anyway, all that to say, leave your comments and subscribe to Charles and Israel. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.